Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the July reading for twin flames and soulmates that are currently in separation. Blanking out, I did 3-hour-long videos, so I'm feeling a bit frazzled. So bear with me as I collect my thoughts here. Please keep in mind that these readings are general. So take what resonates and leave the rest, as again, we're covering many different people on different phases and stages of the journey. So again, be informed. And also, masculine and feminine stand more for energy than gender. And, oh yeah, if you'd like a personal reading. If you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. If you would like to donate to the channel, donations are greatly appreciated. You can also do that below. I've put a video up in regards to a free one-question reading. Please check that out on the home page to get the details. I've also began uploading the different signs. The water signs are up. And what else? I can't think of it. Hopefully if I think of it at the end, if there's something there. If there's something there to be remembered. What we have here is the overview. And, you know, there's a lot of karmic stuff going on right now. We're in a retrograde. So there's a lot of thinking of the past, people coming back, trying to come back from the past. But haven't they been thinking about this for so long? Like sands through the hourglass. There's obviously a lot of, we got third eye chakra, higher power, and compromise. So this is obviously the universe saying that we're needing to make amends or come to peace within ourselves and use our intuition, you know, and try to come to some common ground, especially if we're dealing with soulmates that could potentially be life partners or twin flames. It's time to wrap it up or do what it is, make the choice. And some people have already made the choice, but as we know, many a masculine has been going back and forth and back and forth in his noggin for what seems forever. Definitely as long as I've been doing these readings on the channel here. But let us see. Well, the third eye chakra is, it is safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. Again, about using our intuition. Like I said, I've done the water signs. And for Cancer and Scorpio, there was for some, you may be a twin flame, and you may also be a descended elemental, which is, you know, part of the fairy realm. We've come here to experience, you know, the human experience. So you probably have gone through a lot of karma, a lot of hardships. You got a lot of bags that you need to unpack. And for depending on how old you are, it's probably high time. And the universe has been trying to give this guidance because they want people to get it, you know, to get the lessons, to heal, so that they can have the life that they want, you know, that they should have. But it comes from growth and from expansion, and a willingness to self-reflect, a willingness to notice the signs, pay attention to your intuition, um, love yourself, respect yourself, do right by yourself and others, overcome any shadow things that we may be dealing with, things that are holding us back. And again, the universe has been trying to get many people to, dig deep, find out what the core issue is. And usually, again, these relationships are meant to teach you something about yourself. It's a mirroring relationship. It's what's in your core is reflected back at you. Um, and a lot of times people don't want to see themselves, which is why they end up staying stuck or in denial or not wanting to understand the connection between psychology aspects, our conditioning, our childhood wounding, what love looked like, how that plays a role in who we became as adults. Again, the kind of partners we chose, imitating what we see as far as dynamics in relationships, even if it's dysfunctional. Um, and again, this is all part of the journey of the soul, basically, living and learning. And also seeing the spiritual aspect of things, the reason why things happen. It's for you. You came here to shed karma, and whatever you don't learn in this life, you bring back to the next one to learn the lesson, and you'll keep doing that until you learn the lesson. Um, and anyone that's had any kind of past life readings or Akashic record readings, you will see when the person picks up on past life issues that you had, that you brought into this life, when they start telling you, okay, this is what needs to be worked on, without knowing anything from you about how you are in this life, you'll see that there's some truth to this stuff about carrying things in from past lives, soul groups, incarnating with the people from your soul group, and each lifetime you play a different role. So again, that plays a part in forgiveness, understanding that these people are, you forget all that when you come here, but at the core level, these are all parts of ourselves, because everyone's connected, but you definitely have a soul group that you connect with. And for some, it is the other half of your soul. Um, and that can be a very love-hate kind of situation, especially when one of the twins is kind of woken up. Um, but again, it's understanding the bigger perspective of life and the journey, and the lessons involved, and how important it is to heal yourself so we don't go through all of this stuff. So again, understanding the connections again between psychology, spirituality, and again, karma, past life, this life, all these things that they're wanting you to kind of get a concept on, so it can help you to move along on your path. They said, well, they're always giving guidance. They're always sending synchronicities or things that you may not even be noticing. But as I mentioned, with the if you have a connection with the elemental realm, especially, you need to pay attention to things that you see in nature. Butterflies, hummingbirds, dragonflies are a big connection to the fairy realm, because the universe will send you messages through those things. If you see a certain bird over and over and over again, there might be a message in there. Look up stuff online, or triple numbers. If you keep seeing triple numbers all the time, again, those are your angels, your guides trying to talk to you, trying to give you hints, clues, what next steps to take, like what you're supposed to do. So again, using your third eye. Notice the synchronicities. Understand the bigger meaning behind everything. And the biggest lesson for us all is to learn how to get out of our own way. And a lot of our issues stem from, again, the programming. And sometimes the programming is wrong. And these opportunities that we have to fix that is brought about in these relationships. So that's why they always try to reiterate too to get the lesson, you know. And we have higher power here. So let us see the higher power. Number 4. Essential meanings: conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. Once again, it's about committing to yourself, to your healing, to your journey, because it's all ascension work in essence. So that eventually, someday, you won't have to come back here anymore and do any more of these lessons. The Oracle's message: this card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way. Isn't that what I said? And trust that there is a plan for your life, more wondrous than you could ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. So again, that's why pay attention to the things, especially, I said, the elementals that came up for twice. So if you got Cancer and Scorpio in your chart, check those readings out, especially if it's your sun and moon, or even, I guess, your ascending. Relationship message: it's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. Again, especially for twin flames, because like this is it, or this has the opportunity to be it, which is why you both went through really a lot of karmic stuff in your before you came together, when you were together, because again, it was bringing you attention to yourself, things about you that needed to change, a lesson or a karma that you brought in that needs to be transcended. And that's why, again, these relationships can be so difficult, but they are highly important for your spiritual evolution, even soulmates too. But they're trying to ask you to remember who you are beyond this place. You're a character in a movie in this life. And in the next life, you'll be a different character in a different movie. And that movie will depend on, well, what did you not learn in this life, and what new lessons or new classes you signed up for the next one. Like, it's to, again, understand that these relationships, these lessons, it's important, basically, for you to get it and to kind of honor the fact that this person is part of your evolution. Even the jerks. And relationship, I already did the relationship message, but it's they want you to get more in touch with your spirituality and try to see beyond the character that you're playing. Always aim for your healing. Prosperity message: sometimes your work just flows through you. Ideas come rushing in, and inspiration bubbles up from a wellspring you didn't even know you could access. When you enter agreements, begin projects, and negotiate deals with spirit as your partner, you will always succeed. Let your higher power lead. The synchronicities and intuitive nudges you feel will help you see which way you are being pointed. giving you confidence to move forward in the right direction. Don't forget to give credit where it is due. You wouldn't be a success without Spirit's guidance. Humility will serve you well when this symbol appears. So for some of you, you got some possible hits as far as what your career might be, your life path, what you're meant to do, where your destiny lies. So whatever guidance you've been getting in whatever area, whether that is work or relationship or your own growth, take heed. And you won't fail if you follow the guidance, even though you may not agree with it. Know that the wise man knows he knows nothing at all, but the universe knows. They see everything. They know every thought you have, which is like you have no privacy, right? It's like anything you think, they know. It's like they must be sitting. I try to picture what. Are they sitting, like watching a movie, watching our movie, and just kind of like, you kind of wonder what it's like over there, because you don't remember, when you come here. Or they must sit there and be like, no, don't do that. Or they know, why don't they listen to me? Protection message. Now is the time to examine what you are giving energy and attention to in the back of your mind. If you're obsessing about being right, about old resentments or failed expectations, about money or about any other people, places, or things, these will be the source from which you create. But you want Spirit to be your source. Take heart, for your higher power will never desert you and is always waiting for you to remember the sacred partnership you share. Turn away from other sources of power that don't serve your highest good. There is no greater source than Spirit. You can always surrender your troubles and trust that they will be taken care of. You are in good hands. And then we have compromise. Oops, sorry for the glare. Compromise. Don't compromise your standards or your values or your boundaries or whatever. Compromise so that it's a peaceful resolution, a win-win. Never compromise your integrity or self-respect, or you know what I'm saying? That's not what it means. Now, where the heck is the book? I was gonna say, I'm gonna have to get up and go searching for it. Compromise. In order to create a happy outcome for the situation, you will find it necessary to compromise. Allow yourself some time to become clear about what is truly important to you. If we needed to drop our pride, our ego, our mask, we need to do that. What's more important, faking the front or being real? Especially the masculines. We got the Seven of Swords over here. I was like, why am I not surprised? Also, take note of matters where you would be open to changing your position. This is again in regards to perhaps forgiveness. Work towards an agreement where everyone wins. Be open to cooperation that would allow you to get what you need while also assisting others in fulfilling their desires. Working together. Be objective and finding a balance between respecting everyone else's viewpoints and still being true to your own. So again, you always got to hear people out, understand their perspective, and if you care, then you'll show you care by acknowledging what they're saying, addressing parts of oneself that we need to change or whatever it is, make an effort, if I gotta explain, you're in more trouble than I think. We're all adults. We know right from wrong. So, do the right thing. And then we have Three of Cups. Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, sorry, Five of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and Knight of Swords in the reverse. So basically it's about making a decision to reunite, to get together, still dwelling on regrets and sorrows of the past, or fear in making a choice, or refusing to see, to take off the blindfold and get real. In order to come out of conflict, it could be conflicted within oneself in regards to reuniting. Wondering if something, can grow, or this could be, feminine here. This is about investing, and this is lack of taking action. That's the quick version. But again, Three of Cups, celebration, accomplishments, reunion, joy, happiness, protection, peace, purification. Favor of the universe is upon you. This is also could be third parties. Many masculines are in situations that they're looking to get out of, needing to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got Seven of Swords over here. Somebody's trying to sneak off or get away with shit. It's also birth, union, wedding, birthday. Enjoying the company of friends, taking time off to recuperate. Conclusion of problems, compromise. There we go again. Win-win. Giving something or someone the benefit of the doubt. Coming together for common goals. Again, trying to make things work. Creative outlet. Sharing positive energy, passion with others. Again, also third party situations. So now, for some, some people might be thinking of, marriage, making offers of marriage, engagements. So this might be part of the masculines maybe wanting to do that. But again, it's about, because this is the situation. Again, it's trying to make a decision in regards to reuniting, trying to bring happiness and joy back into a situation. Again, growth, good times, compromising. Two of Swords, again, confusion. Both sides of a situation needs to be addressed, or we need to get balanced within our thoughts here so we can figure out what the hell we're doing. A truce. Again, making peace, compromising, a truce. Problem that needs resolution using logic and intellect. Make sure, again, we are clear in our intentions and our decisions. New beginnings that comes from a solution, making a decision. A difficult decision that we're trying to avoid, trying to ignore, hoping it will go away. Maybe that's how some feminines feel. They're like, I don't even want to make a decision as far as I wish you just go away. Sorry, masculine. Again, lacking information and needed to make a decision. Again, clarity, truth. To the truth shall set you free, as they say. And it will show accountability. It will show, that there might be some hope for you yet, especially the masculine. So, needing balance in one's intellect, a stalemate where no one wins. If we don't make a decision, it's just lose, not win. Making peace again with a truce. wondering if we should or we're needing to. We need to take the blindfolds off and see what we need to do. And again, Five of Cups, difficulty, loss, despair, grief. I need to focus on the Two of Cups that is still standing. Of course, Two of Cups is soulmate. So instead of, looking at the woes, turn around. There's 2 cups there. Share them with each other, as they say. And get rid of this extra one. Three cups a crowd, right? Wallowing in self-pity, disappointment. Again, being in the woes. We regrets as well. We're regretting the choices we've made that have gotten us into the situation of needing to make a decision. Trouble letting go of the past, again, and learning from mistakes. So if we're still holding on to stuff, a lot of feminines might be still holding on to the pain and resentment, or have a negative view of the masculine, again, because not only of what happened here, but how the masculine handled the aftermath. Especially if any feminines tried to come and discuss what happened, called them out on all this shit, and they gave silent treatments or try to deflect from their behaviors, avoiding talking about stuff, downplaying things, trying to sweep things under the rug, again, because they didn't want to hold up that mirror and admit to things that didn't make them look so good. And that helped seal the deal for many feminines when they were met with that. Because it says not only did they, do what they did, but in the end they acted like they didn't give a damn. And they showed no remorse, maybe some not even apologizing and making it seem like they had no problem with the things that they did. Or again, trying to pretend what happened didn't happen the way that it happened. Because they're trying to, again, protect their image somewhat. But they soon realized that way of being, the feminine was like, that shit is old. I'm hip now. I know the games. I know the mind games, the control tactics. I know the truth. So you keep denying the truth is not helping you to make me see you any different than this shady mofo down here. So, and that's where, again, a lot of masculines are going to have difficulty, and they know they're going to have difficulty because they kind of dug themselves into a hole. They probably missed many opportunities to clear the air, but they tried to avoid it, maybe because they didn't think that they were going to try to go back. But that's why I've been saying forever, have those conversations, whether you're getting back together or not, just because it's the right thing to do. That's a cowardice thing to do. To refuse to acknowledge the things that we've done that hurt someone else, to show them some kind of acknowledgement because we're too prideful or we're too embarrassed because we got caught. Whatever the issue is, again, but this was part of the lesson for the masculine, that lies and deception serve no good for anybody. And that's why some masculines are in the regrets and in the woes, because they don't know if they're even going to have a chance at this point. But hey, that's how you set it up, masculine. You kept digging that hole. Again, wallowing in self-pity and regrets of what's lost, pessimism, delusion with life, or delusional in general. Trouble letting go of the past and learning from mistakes. I think I already said that. Self-blame, a need for forgiveness and release. Again, there needs to be, the air needs to be cleared here. It don't matter if it's been 6 months, a year, 2 years. If you failed at that conversation, which the conversation should have been had at the time that the stuff was done. But if you were given opportunities after that and you still lied to cover up your lies, try to make it more about the person's reactions than your actions, again, avoiding accountability at all costs, because that would require you being honest with yourself about who you are as a person and how you treat people. And many masculines are treating people as means to an ends codependent, mooching off of the companions that they choose, and not doing anything productive with themselves. But again, this is their karma. This is why the universe is trying to scream it to you. Get your shit together. Wake up and smell the coffee. Recognize what you need to recognize, and check yourself before you wreck yourself, as they say. Reflections of lessons. Or again, our need to reflect on the lessons so that we can move on, move forward. Try to look at things from a glass half full perspective. Again, because we've got the two cups there. You know what I'm saying? Five of Wands. Inner conflict. Maybe having petty arguments with other people, or afraid of that. Engage in conflict, competition, petty arguments, differing beliefs, debating. Maybe we're fearing debating. Fearing having to hold up the mirror, like I said, admit some things. Also, problem solving, trying to figure out how to resolve the conflict that is going on here. Encourages an enthusiastic approach to change. Current scattered energy that needs clear strategy. Personal struggles, again, conflict, internal or external things, surrounding you. If you get some drama going on around you, causing tension and confusion. And then the Queen of Pentacles, again, exercising good judgment. There's a need to exercise good judgment. Look at the signs. Follow what your intuition's been trying to tell you here. Being practical, financially stable. If we've been slacking in that area at all, again, like I said, the universe wants you to get it together so you can become financially stable. Balance of work and family, loving support. This is being supportive in general, like to each other, perhaps, or simple solutions to problems. Need to have a realistic attitude, being versatile. Again, it's also the Mother card because it's the Queen, so it strives to create a warm and secure environment. So again, this is what we want to have. We don't want to have conflict and chaos. Or maybe we fear losing that if we deal with any past people. Again, being practical and realistic. To try to come up with a solution. Try to figure out a way how to compromise here so that we can go for the golden chalice. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. Scattered thoughts again, or disregard for the consequences of our actions. Impatient, impulsive, bursting with energy, little direction, resulting in rash decisions and pulling down others with us. Nobody wants that. Scattered thoughts, disorganized, flippant, and unpredictable. So again, maybe this is where somebody's conflicted dealing with somebody who's like that. If encountering this kind of person, again, be very wary and be sure not to get caught up in all the hype and energy that surrounds them. Again, talk is cheap. And actions, even that could be to serve some kind of agenda. It's I've always say, actions, words, actions, and consistency, effort. No matter what it takes, no matter how long it takes. If something is important to you, if a person is important to you, and they've totally lost respect for you, lost love, lost whatever because of your behaviors, and you want to make that right, you better make that right. You know what to do, but some of the masculine stewards is too prideful, and they're too trying to avoid all that, trying to just come back in without having to discuss what happened. It's like let's pretend that never happened. Like, no, because you've shown that you're not trustworthy. Nobody's going to give you another chance if you can't even admit to stuff that you did. That's a bad investment. This isn't in the feminine is hip. She's not even trying to deal with people that are can't self reflect. It's just like I said, shit gets old, and people are not trying to. You know what I'm saying? Don't get sucked into the whirlwind again. A need to slow down or risk burnout. Reckless, impatient nature, like a teenager. Needing life experience to learn and be accountable for our actions. Again, you can't avoid that. Once it's discussed, once you're showing that, I mean, obviously you won't, but again, to get back in the door, you can't act like you didn't do what you did. You can't keep lying about it. You can't keep avoiding it. You got to humble yourself and be honest and show remorse or and ask for your apology or whatever it is and make genuine efforts, consistent efforts, and be willing to do again whatever it takes for however long it takes to convince that person that you are serious, you are genuine, you know, that you want really another chance. You want to make a life with this person. But if they're not saying it, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got time for that shite. And the masculine. He's got the Nine of Pentacles. This is what the masculine is thinking. It's the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. The Eight of Wands. The World. And there it is. Oh, Slim Shady over here. I want to say not all masculines are that way, but it sure doesn't seem that way for the past year that I've been doing these readings. There's always some kind of deception going on. Now again, the Nine of Pentacles, this is in reverse. This is how the masculine feels about the feminine, the union. Well, the masculine, I don't think the masculine, this is in the reverse, it's the not wanting to be single situation. It's not about being independent and free. It's like you don't want to be single. So that's why some people are afraid to leave their current situation that they might not be happy in. If they're unsure, they're going to go back to that because maybe again, people might have fear of abandonment issues as well. Again, part of the wounding, something that needs to be addressed. That's why you jump from one relationship to the next because you can't be alone, and you need someone else to take care of you. Again, codependency. So as I mentioned in the water sign readings, especially for Cancer and stuff, check your motives. Why do you want what you want? You know, what do you want? Why do you want it? And what do you got to do to get it? And that doesn't mean doing shady stuff. You know, if you don't have good intentions, keep it moving. So there's many feminines, and I'm not going to deal with shady shit no more. You've been forewarned, masculines. So make sure that if you're trying to go back, it ain't just because you don't want to be alone. Check your motives. Again, this is also financial setbacks due to unwise decisions and actions. The masculines have been experiencing some money problems, well, feminines too, but a lot of the masculines, it's been money to move because we have to travel. The world card here. You know, this is about traveling somewhere, you know, maybe another country. It could be city, state as well, but this is like the world, so this could be, you know, a distance. And the Eight of Wands is also about traveling. And this is about some shady stuff. So just why it says, don't try to come back around being this again. Because the brakes, you pump your brakes. And keep it moving. And sneak off somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Financial setbacks again. You need to learn from your mistakes and build a more solid, secure foundation. Overinvestment in work. Long hours at the detriment of your personal life, needing to return to a natural setting, beach, forest, garden, etc., to restore your energies and rejuvenate. A need to evaluate to create balance in the work and personal life. Again, if you've been mooching, you need to cut that out. It said, tell everybody, beware of the hobosexual. People that enter into relationships so they don't be homeless. Check people's motives. People, make sure they're not coming to use you again. And like I said, masculine, if that's what you're trying to do, you better recognize. May need to reduce your dependence on maintaining a certain lifestyle. Or there's a resistance or a disbelief in the self and what you can achieve. So again, maybe the masculine is again, doesn't know if he'll be able to achieve the goal of reuniting or leaving the situation or being able to move or travel. Lack of confidence because maybe we don't have the finances. We don't got it together. Due to bad choices and perhaps just not doing nothing for a long time. And now we have the Eight of Wands, change, movement, travel, fast travel. Struggles of the Seven of Wands has cleared and you have the freedom to move forward. Movement that propels you forward to reach your goals. Enthusiasm, energy, and focus. With will and concentration and determination, you can achieve what you want here. Accomplishing a lot in a short time. Striking while the iron is hot. Encouragement to move quickly. Air travel. Again, like I said, this could be a big distance with the world card here. Could be short-term, whirlwind trip, business, holiday, or, relocating. On the downside, it's haste, rapid advancement, which may result in the wrong decision being made. Being mindful not to rush into things without a clear plan of where you're heading. So that's why I said, check your motives and thoughts, make a plan, take some action, but be clear in your intentions and what you're doing and where you're going, what you want, again, and knowing what, strategizing, this could also be too. Trying to strategize. There's some might be trying to sneak away from their current situation. Some might be trying to sneak back into to the other situation. Some might be trying to, again, get away with deceptive behaviors or using somebody for a place to live. As I said, there's a lot of masculines went from doing that to one to doing that to the other, now trying to go back. As I said, you better, you know what I'm saying? Again, the world's completion of a journey, a new beginning, and a future looking. So the masculine's trying to be future looking. Also, it's like the Wheel of Fortune, accomplishments and victories, and especially if you can, get the lesson and overcome your shadow stuff. Be willing to put in the effort into yourself first and foremost, because in order to attract a good partner, you got to first become one. And if you're shady or you're not being able to self-reflect and say, yes, this about me needs to change or something, then you're always going to be just repeating the same old, just different people. Coming full circle. Again, marriage could be. That's why I mentioned here, celebrations, marriage. Some might be looking to get some long-term stuff. Some might be thinking of proposing. New beginnings after a cycle. Attaining of a long-held dream. Again, world travel. Completing a major life cycle. Enduring hardships and challenges and coming full circle. Efforts paying off. And again, you can't complain about what you don't have if you don't make any efforts, right? It's also about cycles. Planet ruler is Saturn. It talks about time. And like the Wheel of Fortune, it's like about karma. Opposite of the Hangman, which is looking within, the Lady in the World looks outward. About evolution, attainment of enlightenment. So I said the higher power, third eye chakra. Get it. Become awakened. Cyclical progressions of time and experience. Again, living and learning. And then, of course, the Seven of Swords, overconfidence, mocking, deception, betrayal. Difficulty trying to get away with something undetected or unnoticed. Psh, and nobody getting away with nothing with the feminines, because the feminines are hip. Well, it says you just make yourself look worse if you keep trying to act like that. It's just turn off. Major. I know me personally, I despise a liar. I totally, it's such a, bleh. It's like, please, keep that shady shit somewhere else. Something that goes awry and secret revealed to your embarrassment. Again, needing to come clean. But again, what's more important? Keeping up a fake facade that you believe protects your image with a person who knows the truth already. That's doing an injustice. It's like, if you want to change someone's opinion of you, then you need to change, period. You need to show that you've changed and not keep doing like this or trying to, again, avoid the talk. You can't avoid the talk. You can wait 20 years, and if you're looking to come back into someone's life, someone who you destroyed or hurt, and they cut you off, and you want to come back in, you better prove you're worthy of coming back in again. And that's about lowering your pride. What's more important? And for some masculines, it's more important to keep up that fake facade because they think that, oh, well, whatever. But we reap what we sow, as they say in the end. Cunning, trying to gain an advantage over someone or something. Cheating, an easy path that's not always the best one. Tempted to sneak away from something that's not working for you anymore. So if some masculines, rather than dealing with it, so I don't know with some masculines, if they're looking to just like get out of Dodge on a sneak tip, all of a sudden the person wakes up and you're not there anymore, then that's, I don't know how the masculine is trying to get out of his current situation, what lies or what things he's doing. Oof, that's all I gotta say. Must be difficult being so shady. Caution and wary, so not to become the victim of someone's deceptions, betrayal, or cheating. But I don't think that's the case of the masculine. I believe it's the stuff I've said before. It's also about being careful who you trust, trusting one's instinct. Desire to go alone, like go off and travel. Yes, they're trying to get out of something. Asserting one's independence, which is a good thing, but not if you're being shady about it. And if not if you're trying to be shady to come back around to the other thing, you can, that's. But again, we're all adults here. I should not have to explain common decency to grown people. But obviously, perhaps so. And for the feminine, 3 of Swords is what she's thinking in regards to the masculine. But of course. And then we have the 5 of Swords, which is another shady mofo card in the reverse. And then we have the Empress. And then we have the High Priestess. So, right off the bat, feminine's trying to use her intuition. Maybe she's focusing on her own self, her own growth and expansion. Or she's trying to use her intuition in regards to if something can grow in this situation, because of past heartaches, because of a third-party situation. We got 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 2 of Swords. Again, somebody's leaving one situation for another, and perhaps the masculine left the feminine for someone else, and now he's trying to leave that person to go back to the feminine. Oh, what a tangled web we weave, huh? And we have the 5 of Swords, which is all about one-upmanship. It's the resident asshole card. It's the person who, doesn't care who they hurt as long as the ends justify the means, But in the reverse, it's about, wondering if we can forgive somebody for being like that. Not if they're coming back around like this, though. That's why I use your intuition, you damn Skippy. Don't fool me once, fool me twice. You know what I'm saying? 3 of Swords in the reverse, being open to change, past resentments, wanting to release those, wanting the period of fighting to be over, forgiving, Again, wondering if we can. Because again, it was probably still painful for the feminine in the aftermath when one would refuse to acknowledge what they did, ignored the feminine, gave silent treatments, again, didn't acknowledge their pain because you had somebody else or you didn't, whatever. That was like a double gut kick. There's a lot of feminines went through some really deep, deep pain from this situation. That's why I said, and if you're trying to get back on someone's good graces, you cannot skip that talk. Because many feminines already don't want to be bothered, and they're not going to give anybody the time of day that they feel is a waste of time. Period. Or an unwise investment. So that's why I always say to the masculines, how you come across is going to play a big role. And for some people it might be too late. Who the hell knows how long this is dragged out for? But you can't be how you were. Old keys don't open new doors. That's just basically it. And that's why the universe is trying to get you to see that. We have here putting behind you, to move on, putting the pain behind you. Conflict, or it's conflict you can't seem to move away from. Again, wondering if you can forgive somebody. Feeling conflicted yourself because, again, we're still feeling the pain of what happened. Because for some, it says, no, if it's that important to you, no matter how long it takes, masculine, whatever you got to do, humble yourself because you really hurt somebody. And you're probably going to hurt somebody else because, again, we're leaving casualties with the war that we have with ourselves. This is why we need to stop being like this, so we stop hurting people and not hurting ourselves in the long run, because you're just keeping yourself in unhealthy behavior patterns, in karmic relationships that you're finding yourself having to jump again. Now it's time to get settled. Time to say grow up, but basically. Making amends, or it could be exes posing problems. Again, fear of being hurt again. So this is why most feminines is like, most feminines probably can't even see it because, again, how things ended and how you were in the aftermath. You probably showed them that you are just a lost cause. And like I said, and many of them, they still, they ain't sure about you. And like I said, and if you're coming in like this, they have obviously every right to. It's also about picking one's battles. What's worth fighting for anymore. And a lot of feminists don't feel like this situation is worth fighting for. They're all fought out. They've been the 9 of Wands, all beaten in battle weary. It's like they got nothing left to give. So, like, if they were like giving their all, and you were throwing crumbs, it's your turn. Like I said, the proof is in the pudding. And then we have the Empress, the feminine principle, again, the goddess of fertility, the Earth Mother, ruled by Venus and love. It's about creativity, art, harmony, luxury, beauty, grace. The mystical realm connections with the angels and the fairies. See, I mentioned that before about some people are elementals here. There's definitely some fairy elements going on in these readings. Deep emotional connection with the earth life, nature and abundance. Again, the feminines, many of them are focusing on themselves. They don't want to disrupt the peace that they now have, dealing with somebody that they feel they got a question or that they can't trust or that they're still, you know what I'm saying? Feminines, So again, this is questioning whether something can grow and expand with this, or this again is just her feeling like she doesn't want to go through this stuff again. She's come a long way, baby, as Virginia Sun says, and it's taking a lot. And a lot of the healing she had to do on her own because she didn't get nothing from this side, and as far as acknowledgement of her pain or answers or closure. You know, many of them were just left hanging in the wind, and they had to pick themselves up from the bottom and put themselves back together. And it says, and many of them not sure that they want to even take the risk of dealing with this again, especially somebody who shows no growth potential and incapable of again, self-reflection and accountability. That's what relationships are built on, trust. And if you've broken trust, like I said, don't be a fool, masculine. Don't try to take the easy route, because it doesn't work. It's time to step up, man up, as they say. Again, new ideas and projects, new ways of being, growth and development. Again, a lot of feminines are just working on themselves. It's also a glimpse of a miracle and good fortune, blessings worthy of receiving, nurture, care, and support. The universal energy that's about to intervene in your life. Again, there's all kinds of opportunities, but it's about, you know, doing things right, knowing what you want and what you don't want. And if people can't meet your standards, if you don't feel you can grow with somebody, it's all about focusing on the self and future looking. And this is kind of where the feminine is at. She wants blessings. She wants abundance. She wants all these things. And she also is worrying about self-care. You know, because again, she had to heal all on her own. And for some, there's still pain lingering. You know, you can't put a rush on that, but she's come a long way. And then we have the High Priestess. Again, this is about connecting with one's higher self, trying to use one's intuition, figure out if people are still shady or what. Again, wisdom, understanding, and knowledge, trying to use what we've learned in a situation. You know, she's trying to trust herself and her wants and needs. And again, many feminines will not compromise in a way that is not going to bring her what she deserves. So that's why I say, get it together or leave it alone. Now, masculine, your advice is children, your love life. Oh, this is what the masculine is feeling. Your love life is being affected by children. Childhood wounding, most especially, that's caused us to behave like this in life. When we're needing to get it, we got to start going to seeing a therapist or whatever it is. Work through your stuff so that you stop behaving in this way. Oh, Lord. This is also, you know, the masculine is wanting new beginnings. As children also symbolizes new beginnings. The masculine could also feel that with you they feel youthful. That like when it's good, you're like two kids, you know, playful together. And you share some kind of innocence there. They see the light that you brought into their life, you know, and how they were with you. And perhaps some of them, it kind of reminds me of like the Six of Cups, like being nostalgic about how it used to be, you know, and wanting it to be that way again, wanting it to be playful, you know, wanting a new beginning. And then we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Again, this is understanding. This is all about karma and lessons, and you had to go through stuff, and they also realize the spiritual connection that they have with you. You know, maybe some of them are starting to see that more. And then we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So the masculine is thinking that this is what they want to do. Because now there's unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Either they haven't been showing love, well, obviously, if not, they've been acting like that. And also because they feel like that you've lost your love for them. You know, and it is going to have to be like a new beginning. It is going to have to be like getting to know each other all over again, applying the knowledge and wisdom of what you went through, but having those talks, clearing the air, clearing the slate, kind of getting to know each other again, and trying to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. You know, the masculine is for us trying to keep an open mind. You know, maybe even in regards to you taking them back. But again, don't come sideways with your red boots, because you know what I'm saying. And we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So again, that's why I mentioned some masculines might want to get engaged, or they want things to be taken to the next level. And then we have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So this again, releasing your extra shit that you carry, your baggage, your wounding, your shadow stuff, whatever it is, it's needing to again release this kind of behavior. And whatever has caused you to self-sabotage and ruin relationships and hurt people and whatever it is we're needing to release that shite. It's got to go. It's part of your lesson, part of your karma. You get it. This is also about some might be looking to, again, sneak off out of another situation that they're in. And this is also about clearing the air with the person that they're trying to get back with. You know, it's time to either let it go, do what you got to do, or just keep it moving. I don't know what else to say, masculine. I'm telling you forever. Same old messages. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So that's why I said be careful with people's motives. You looking for love or you looking for help? Don't come sneaking over there, you know, looking to be moochy and codependent and saying whatever you got to say to get back in the door, because it's better than whatever you were in. Check your motives, your intentions. Make sure they are genuine, and be willing to humble yourself. Not in an embarrassing way, but I'm just by no more hiding behind truth, because you already look bad. You know what I'm saying? Let your friends help you. Again, you might be thinking this, or maybe you're looking to be of some assistance now. This is also, well, no, because this is what you're feeling. Sometimes this is spirit saying, let us guide you, but this is how you're feeling. So again, don't be coming with your red boots on some BS. We got soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So again, they notice the spiritual connection here. They know. And they also know that they act like this, which is why they try to hide it so much. You know right from wrong. You know what you did. You know what you're doing. You know how you are. Are you what's more important to you? Being like this, or getting healed and being happy? Because very soon you better figure it out, or you know that you got to figure it out. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. True love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So he's thinking that. I say he, but he, she, whatever's the masculine. They're thinking this, but again, what are you doing to show it? And it says, and check your motives. Are you doing it just because you're fearing being alone? Don't repeat karma. If you have an opportunity to make things right and to do it right, don't fuck it up. basically. Because the universe is watching. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is the advice here. This is what is challenging you. Watched over. I allow myself to feel safe and enjoy my life, knowing that heaven is watching over my loved ones and me. This is about, again, you're lacking some kind of spiritual connection. That's why they're saying that you need to get more in touch with beyond the character that you're playing in this Lifetime's movie, the Lifetime movie. No, again, see the higher message, the higher meaning behind everything. Get the lessons, live and learn, change. It's only for your betterment. This is your ascension work. This is what you came here to work through. And if you don't get it in this life, you're gonna have to come back. You want to come back? So again, you're needing to get more in touch with your faith, you know. And then we have quiet. I go into peaceful silence and I listen. They want you to, again, listen and realize the blessings that await you here. Today I count my blessings, small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come to me from God. This includes opportunities. Wasn't there a card that talked about here, striking while the iron's hot? I say, well, that shit might be cold for some people. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. But, you know, they're saying count your blessings. Every day is a new opportunity to change. You know, but you gotta want it. Self-respect. I honor and love myself through my healthful actions. Healthful meaning things that are healthy, not dysfunctional. You know, it's getting healthy mindset, being healthy spiritually and emotionally, physically. You know, loving yourself, again, to fix whatever about you is jacked up. You know, love yourself enough to do the work. Do the shadow work. Go see a therapist. Whatever you got to do to control your lying impulses or your cheating ways or whatever it is that shady stuff that you do, there's something wrong in programming. And if you can't figure that out, maybe you need to go see somebody that'll help you figure that out. Again, whatever it takes, love yourself enough. You know, be a person of integrity who has self-respect, who does the right things by himself and others. And open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all the forms of love. This is, again, stop being fearful. Stop being like this, you know, trying to get away with stuff because you're in relationships that you're not even really invested in emotionally. But now you probably have an opportunity to have true love, but you're fearing it. And you're fearing, you know, admitting to things because you're thinking that the person's may have even more reason to not want you to come back. But again, this is the wrong perspective. It's the constant lying that is causing people to not want you in their life. You know what I mean? So you're needing to open up, speak the truth. Give and receive. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important. This is, again, also learning that relationships about equal give and take. Not somebody taking everything, trying to get away with stuff, and just taking from people, using people as means to an ends. You know, that's karma, my dear. And that is on your roster. So this is about balanced relationships, and that you have to give in order to receive. You're going to have to give of yourself, whatever it takes, in order to receive possibly another chance here. And be in the present moment. I am fully present in the here and now. As I said, opportunities are here today. But the sale shall soon be over. And what the feminine feels in regards to the masculine, we got feminine, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And look at his face. He's like, Look at his face. The person's all crying, asking for forgiveness, and the angel's just trying to say, come on, man, just try to forgive this person. And his face is like, oh, I don't even want to deal with this shit. His face, he just looks so like, oh, do I even have to? And the universe is like, yes, forgive. Oh, that picture cracks me up. And we have to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So again, she may be questioning this, or she's wanting to make the effort in regards to, you know, again, being happy with or without this person. With or with a twin flame soulmate, don't matter. If a person treats you like shit and there's no growth potential, you got to keep it moving. The universe will bring somebody else in. You know, it sucks again if you're twin flames, because you're supposed to. That's a different class. But you know, again, if she wants love, then she's going to invest in wherever she feels that's where what she's going to get. Nobody's going to reinvest in something that they feel is a lose-lose situation. Past life relationship, you've known each other before. So again, this is dealing with you, last one. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Again, that could be for both of you. And especially in regards to you, because this is how she feels about you in the union. Don't nobody want no moochie coming back over here. Get it together. Get your finances together. Get your career together. Don't come trying to sneak in and kick your feet up and into another vacation. It's time to get a move on. And she's also thinking about this for herself. She wants financial stability. She wants to become financially independent. You know, this is what they're working on. So again, some might not want to disrupt their peace engaging in something that's questionable. Maybe they want to focus on this. You know, or for some of you, you know, there could be an opportunity to do something together, career-wise, especially if you're twin flames. You don't have to do the same occupation. There could be some things you do together, but you obviously can have your own stuff going on. But, you know, maybe that's a factor as well. And then we got love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So she's trying to love herself first, nurture herself, use her intuition. Don't want to repeat no stuff, you know. But you have here, too, didn't you have self-respect? And here we have self-respect. So it's about the both of you loving each other, yourselves, loving yourselves enough to do what is in your highest and best for yourself. You know, that's showing yourself self-love and self-respect, and that does make you more attractive to the right people. Only people that want to use you and abuse you and treat you like a doormat, they don't want you to have any self-love and self-respect, because then that screws up their agenda. But again, if you also can come clean, and put in efforts to change yourself and to change your life, you're showing that you love yourself. And you're also showing that you love her. I say her, him, whoever's the feminine, that you love them because you're willing to do all that. So again, both of you kind of got the same message here. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So either she's wondering if she should, again, invest in this. Is it possible to forgive? Is it possible to get over the pains from the past? Is it possible for this person to stop being shady? You know? Or she's wanting to see what efforts you make. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. She's trying to get control. She's trying to maintain control. And she's trying to free herself from anything that's going to hold her back. It includes you. You know? But she also could be thinking she wants you to free yourself. Free yourself from your karma. Free yourself from this behavior. Free yourself from the stuff that's destructive to you and other people. She wants you to take control of your life. She wants you to get it together. Even for just for your own self. And then we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help to bring you together. You know? So maybe some of them are open to meeting a new soulmate because this situation seems a lost cause. Because again, what's been happening? What love has been shown? What acknowledgement has been shown? What remorse has been shown? What accountability has been shown? Ain't nobody got time for no more wasting time. So some might be looking to call in somebody new. Or again, she's looking to see what efforts you make. Because this is all that she knows about you, and this is how she sees you. As a lying, deceiving, using, abusing person who can give a damn about anybody but themselves. But the fact is, you don't even care about yourself, because otherwise you wouldn't do the stuff that causes you to be like this. You know what I'm saying? So there's no trust here. Like I says, and if you want to rebuild trust, there can be no more lies. I can't say it any plainer. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So, yeah, there may be some chemistry, but at the end of the day, that's not enough. You got to know that you can trust somebody. You got to know that you can build with somebody. You got to know that you can grow with somebody. You got to know that that person is going to consider your well-being, your interests, not just serve their own. That again, it's someone who's empathetic and compassionate to your needs, not just concerned about themselves. The world don't revolve around you. Again, consideration, respect, honesty. You know, there are so many elements that give a relationship integrity and longevity. And whatever happened, that was to teach you about all the ways that was not love. And if you have an opportunity to experience real love this time from a more well-informed place, and by well-informed in regards to each other's tendencies or in regards to things that you learned about yourself, because that's what this relationship was about, to bring you attention to what's in you that needs to be fixed. Whether it's shady behavior and treating people as means to an end, or it's having a lack of boundaries and letting somebody treat you like a doormat. So, you know, at the end of the day, though, it's always about self-love and self-respect. Doing the right thing by yourself. Treating yourself well. Loving yourself, to be investing in yourself and not letting yourself sit in karma. And dragging people with you. And what's holding the feminine back? Is that what I said for over here? What's the obstacle for the feminine? That's the word. Honesty. Yeah. Because unless there's honesty, there's nothing. And even for some, like I said, it might be too little, too late. It's like this honesty is coming way past the time that it should have. But this is the obstacle for the feminine. There's no trust here at all. Like I said, so whatever you got to do for however long you got to do it, if you are genuine in your intention, you will have no problem doing that. You'll have no problem showing up. But if you're just in it to just try to sneak back in, you ain't going to want to put in the effort, because you're just looking to just go in without having to talk, without having to change or do anything, and you're thinking just coming in and making an offer will be enough. Think again. Honesty. I am in touch with my true feelings regarding the situation. Again, she's trying to be honest with herself. Can I do this? Do I want to? Again, because some feminines became so turned off that they just said, I can't. And that's why they see you in a completely different way. Tenderness. I am both gentle and powerful. So this is about the feminine knowing that she can be assertive, she can stand her ground, she can have her boundaries, but she can also be loving and caring and show tenderness. You know, not have the heart be so hardened. It's about being balanced and being gentle and powerful. And standing in your feminine power, I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. This is identity. So this is, again, it's about being, compassionate and loving and nurturing, and to the self and also to others. This is, again, about standing in your truth and your divinity. This is also about being open with your heart and your feelings. And showing mercy, like the guy with his head turned, like, oh. I am kind and thoughtful towards myself and others. Is then trying to show herself mercy. Like, Lord have mercy, right? Trying to show herself mercy. Again, not disrupting her peace, because it's taken her a long time to get that back. And she's not going to let anybody come back in and destroy what she's had to build from the ground up herself. But this is also about, again, perhaps being able to compromise and forgive and try to be merciful, as someone may come around, and if they can get their stuff together. And boundaries. I am clear and honest with others about my expectations. Again, lay it out there. What you'll tolerate, what you won't tolerate, what your expectations are, what your standards are. Be willing to compromise, but again, not compromising on that stuff. Come corrected, don't come at all. There's boundaries here, and they should be respected, because the masculine is all about trespassing against boundaries. So again, maintaining your boundaries. It's to protect you in the long run, because how you allow others to, how you treat yourself, how you allow others to treat you, that's how they'll treat you, right? And we have health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. It's about her focusing on her health, focusing on her stuff, on her getting better emotional, mental, and physical health. And also allowing for a sick relationship to possibly become healthy again. If we can find common ground, if we can both meet at the table and share the wisdom learned and help heal a situation and believe in miracles. I trust in God to know what's perfect solution in this situation. And the advice for you both is let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. But pay attention to the red flags. Again, don't leap before you look. Allow people to prove themselves with consistency over time. There's no rush, right? Can't rush trust. And this is also, again, about heeding what they're saying. If someone has a history of being like this, even though this might be your life partner, even though this might be your twin flame, you need to maintain your boundaries, because it helps to keep them in check, because that's part of their karma. If you don't, you're enabling their karma, and you're stuck in a karmic cycle. So pay attention again to the lessons and apply them. Be open to compromise, but also letting people prove themselves. Not to say that this person, if they've been this way their whole life, the likelihood of them completely changing is probably, there may be slip-ups. But make sure that, check people's intentions. Check people's intentions and make sure that they're genuine. Because, this might be, like I said, the issue here. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life, whether it's addicted to lying, addicted to fear, or addicted to substances, or cheating, or mooching, whatever it is. There's something that's got to go. And pay attention if that's all that's coming back around. Like I said, beware of the homosexual. And then we have healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Because again, what did love look like? And how did that jack up my perception and screw up my whole love life as an adult? It's about, again, healing and healing this family because it is part of your soul group. You know, it is your family. And stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And lastly, what is a challenge for them both is love. Love is the answer to all my questions. Love is the challenge. Because again, this situation did not end well. And this is going to have to be grown again over time, along with trust and also having love for ourselves. Having, you know, can we love each other again? Or can she love you? Or feminine love you? You know, forgive you? You know, so love is the challenge for you both. Not being afraid to express it and not being afraid to give it another chance. And optimism is also a challenge for you both. I expect good things to happen, and they do. Mother is a challenge for you both. I open my heart to my mother's humanness and her divinity. A lot of masculines had mother issues. You know, perhaps they felt unloved or uncared for by their mother. So they feared fully loving someone because they feared that rejection, that wounding. Same thing for the feminine with father issues. You know, and especially if you're twin flames, you can see how that's the mirror. One's got the father issue, one's got the mother issue. You know, but this is an issue, and this is also about how mothers have, you know, compassion, unconditional love. But that does not mean I love you no matter how shitty you treat me. Unconditional love means no matter what life throws at us, you know, rich or poor, sickness and health and all that stuff. But this is all about having the forgiveness a mother would for her child. But this is not your child, and you are not a child, and you shouldn't be looking for a mother. Let me throw that out there, and don't be looking to mother somebody. People are grown, but this is an issue here. Somebody's got mother issues. And also hope. I trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans in store for me. We both are lacking hope. And also integrity. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. Being on the fence, being wishy-washy, or not living your truth, or speaking your truth, or doing the right thing by ourselves or others, you know, having integrity is an issue. And home. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home. It's a challenge. Home is a challenge. Finding our way back home. Opening our home to somebody again. Compromising. Continuing on the journey together so that you can ascend and go home. You know? Home on all kinds of fronts. I think Cancer had There's No Place Like Home in their reading. Also enthusiasm. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I will follow. So we're needing to be enthusiastic, because right now nobody's enthusiastic about a liar, cheater, or someone they got a question coming back around who shows no change. So, and no one's enthusiastic about being willing to change. So we need to have enthusiasm. We need to speak the truth, stand in our truth, on being honest with yourself and others, again. And patience, trusting in divine timing, because again, two people got to be ready. No more runner and chaser scenarios. And also understanding that you're going to have patience in this situation, because again, it takes time to rebuild trust. It takes time to rebuild a relationship. You know, and so the patience is whatever, like I said, whatever you got to do for however long, if it means that much to you, and if you're genuine, it doesn't matter how much time. Family. I pray for my family and give the situation over to God for answers and support and healing. So again, this is about healing this family, you know, bringing back together this family, and having clear thoughts, or maybe we're drowning our sorrows and stuff. Sobriety. My clear mind is easily able to focus and concentrate, getting clear, getting out of our indecisions, getting some clarity on what we need to do, and try to figure out a way how to get out of our own way, as they say. And on that note, oh my God, it's a long reading. I saw one lady's reading was 2.5 hours. Her readings are always on like an hour and a half or 2.5 hours. I was like, oh my God, it's like the Titanic. I think this is the longest one I've done yet. And I didn't know it was going to go this long, but hey, the messages obviously need to get out because it's a karmic week. I think this is the karmic week because we're in the retrograde. But again, retrograde gets you all about in the past. Wait till something goes direct before you make any decisions, because that's a better energy than to do stuff that's in retrograde. So check your astrology. And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please like, subscribe, and share. Leave comments. Because this video is also going to be included with whatever videos I upload in the month of July. Whatever video gets the most likes and comments, I will randomly select someone from the comments to get a free 1-question reading in August. And I will continue to do this until I see the channel build up more, probably through the end of the year. We'll see how it goes. So check out that video. I explain more about it. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.